Hello, hello. Welcome to the theElpyDimension. I am your guide, Elpy, and we are at a strange angle. Not really strange, but it feels strange because it's not one or the other. In the mixed worm bin number 2. Let's go ahead and move their blanket. The blanket is kind of flimsy, no doubt, because the bin is moist. More of the blanket. They slowly but surely eat away. And you know what? There's so many mites on this blanket. I'm going to take it out of here. Put it in castings that are going out next week. Any worms that are on there, they'll be fine. All right. So let me get my notes. I finally did what I said I was going to do and took notes. Okay. Like I said, this is mixed worm bin number 2. Today is the 17th of September, 2024. The last time we were in here was 7 days ago on the 10th of September, and that was 11 days after, I was trying to get away from the light, the previous feeding. This bin, I decided last time I need to start moving towards harvest. You see these castings, there's a lot of castings. There's still a lot of paper in here yet, but I feel like when I say move towards, nice clitellum. When I say move towards harvesting, that means I'll still probably, maybe not this feeding, I'll still add paper products, carbon, during feedings, 4 feedings, but not as much, because the goal is to start wrapping this bin up and getting it to harvest. I need to check and see when I harvested this bin last, and then we can look at how much how soon I was able to harvest. Anywho, I said I think it's going to be 3 weeks. Well, I said 3 weeks from last time, so it's been a week already, so that would mean I said a month, totally harvested within a month and a half. Then I said, I think 3 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks total, and I don't know about 3. Well, that's right. Okay, back up. I harvest, if you don't already know, I harvest 1/2 at a time. Lately, I've been unintentionally harvesting like just a third. I harvest 1/2 at a time. So I do still think that I'll be harvesting 1/2 in 2 weeks from now. I think that's possible. I just start taking the bigger stuff and moving it to the side that's not going to be harvested. Yeah, and that's right. There is a lot of paper. I was being lazy and wasn't shredding paper for a little while. I was just tearing strips up. Well, it was more so that I was disorganized. I wasn't prepared going into the my feedings. So, okay. In 2 more weeks, I think I'm going to be able to harvest half of this. What do you think? Well, let me know as we go through. Some of the food was left from last time. Some of the food was left from previous feeding, and that was over here, and that was frozen thawed mixed veggies. And the last time we fed a pear, an avocado, a cucumber, some pickles, beans, frozen thawing squash chunks, and frozen thawing, that's right, I put that over here. And frozen thawing tomatoes. It was a very big feeding. And I was surprised to find that they're not really eating the apple, which is strange because I've noticed other bins. Like, what is wrong with that apple that they aren't? I've definitely seen them eating the apple before. Okay. That's all I got in my notes. I don't think we did a question last time of how much food we think would be left, but it'll be interesting because it was definitely a big feeding. All right, we have breeding worms here. Sorry, guys. You're going to be moved again. That's a great sign. see how much paper I have, which is great because I still am going to do feedings and I still want to do paper, but I need to start changing my focus for this bin a little bit. But I don't know if you're noticing that there's a lot of worms all throughout. It's definitely sort of, it's pretty wet, especially down here at the bottom. You can see it's muddy. It's actually muddy down there, but the worms are down there. Lots of adult worms. Let's keep some of... Okay, how'd that bean? This is obviously from the last feeding. There's a blue worm. Okay, see there's some worms on the apple. There are lots of worms down at the bottom, so they're not upset with the wetness. Let's get some more of this paper. Actually, I think I've been feeding all on this side, so I'll probably wind up coming over and let's do the upper right. So yeah, looking good, kind of wet, but not bad wet. I'm gonna put all this paper and this apple over there. I think I put our breeding worms. I wonder if they broke up. Sorry, guys. All right. We'll put our piece of wood over there. Well, wait. Let's think this through. If we're gonna feed up there, then either way, all this stuff needs to come over. Okay. This is, how'd this get over here? Oh, that's avocado pit. But I just saw a little group of worms. Little worm gathering. Yeah, this is the other half of the avocado pit. There's a little baby worm. Is that classified as a wisp, or is that too big to be a wisp? Okay. Let's dive in here. Well, first let's start in this bottom corner. Like I said, lots of paper. Lots of worms. There's a baby worm. All my worms have definitely doing better since I've become more hands-on again with the worm bins. If you haven't heard me say it before, for at least a good year and a half even, I've been sort of absent, just less active. Oh man, there's so many worms in here. Wow, it's so cool. But the castings are looking good. That smells a little bit like mold. No, that is mold that I'm smelling. Yes, people, I know that's not good. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound condescending. Sorry about that. If I saw a lot of mold, I would go get a mask. But it's not that ripe. It's more like a dirt smell. And I do mean dirt, not soil. So yeah, the castings are on the wetter side. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. All right, let's dive into the feeding zone. I'm going to start by peeling layers off. I will leave out. Just got a couple of our breeding friends. No. Maybe. Obviously, I still want to have some paper over here because I expect there to be some residual food. There's another blue worm. He's being very shy. These are tomato seeds. Lots of paper. Lots and lots of paper. You also see these are very sort of pasty looking castings. That's from there being a lot of paper, I believe. That's a blue worm. Beautiful color, right? Okay. They seem to be even more shy, don't they? The blue worms. So this is a bigger blue worm, I believe. Don't think they have the yellow tail. That's kind of got some yellow coloration, but well, maybe that's not. Maybe that's just an immature nightcrawler. Immature because there was no clitellum, for those that don't know. Okay, so this was part of feeding zone, this paper here. Oh, I think I added another apple last time. Little tiny blue worm in there. Little tiny worm party. I think I am forgetting that I changed my settings. So actually I probably don't have my 4K video on right now. It would be even cooler. I need to remember to turn that back on. All right. Lots and lots of paper. This is wild, because, I don't know, you tell me, you see any food? I do not. I see a whole bunch of worms. Lots of worms, but no food. Half of an avocado pit. I'm stirring up more in the middle. I smell food. I think that's garlic I smell. Maybe it was more in the middle and I just don't. All right, let's dive into the middle a little bit more. I said I'm going to feed on that side because I've been feeding on this side. So yeah, this is wild. So far, we've not found any food. I'm going to leave some paper over here for these guys. We'll leave this apple. But let's go ahead Dive into the middle, see if, because we did find that green bean there. Maybe I'm forgetting that. Oh yeah, I see the avocado already. So it wasn't just in that corner. Just, it was kind of in this top upper portion. Here's a piece of garlic. I was excited to say that they had eaten all that. I will admit it's a little bit sad. A lot of mites on that. I think I will knock a few of the worms off. Go ahead and there's baby worms on there too, and fruit fly maggots. All right, every worm that's still on there is not going to die. They're going to go into the castings that'll go out into the garden. All right, back to what we were doing. Oh yeah, a lot of happy campers there. So, this avocado, it's a blue worm, bunch of mites. Is untouched. And I don't see anything else. Besides paper. And the apple, of course. And I don't see it now, but that piece of a bean. Well, guys, they did eat just about all of it. That's awesome. This population is happy and healthy. Super, super great to see that. I will go ahead, put that apple on some paper down there in the middle. We'll put our avocado back. Some more paper, just so they can finish up where they were at, if they were happier there. Okay. See how much paper I got? I said something, didn't I, about I'm still going to add a little bit. I'm not going to this time. We'll see next time where we're at. But I'm not going to this time. Okay, tons of worms. Oh, my goodness. I am crazy. I said, oh, I think I had, this is the pear. So, they ate 70% of it. Yeah, this is the pear. We will put this back down in there. All right. So, this next feeding is going to go down here in this corner. I'm going to get most of the castings up. Then I'm going to drop chunks of the paper down in there. I'm not going to add dry mix since there's so many worms mixed in, because there is diatomaceous earth, which I don't believe harms the worms unless it's dry. So we've got a molding. This is a whole pepper. I'm going to go ahead and puncture a hole in it. that sticker off there. We've got some cabbage leaves, some kohlrabi. These are the leaf stems to kohlrabi and or broccoli. There is a moldy lemon in there. Actually, I think I want to put more food or paper on the other side of that. We've got a couple of cucumbers, and a piece of bread. And some celery that was partially frozen. All right, that's a lot. I'm tempted to put more paper in here now. I think I'll top it off with some fresh shredded paper. Hold on. That's all I'm going to do. And then I'm just going to spread this out. Okay, why did I need to add the shredded paper? I don't know, because I wanted to. Sort of defeats the purpose of my goal to move this towards harvesting, but that's what I decided to do. Next time I think I just need to be a little bit more. Really wish I was collecting worms today, glueworms today for the bin. I just need to have a little bit better of a plan of exactly how I'm gonna work with all the existing paper in here. Yeah. All right, so this is the mixed worm bin number 2. And this is, it was 7 days after the last feeding. Today is the 17th of September. And what do you think? Well, let's make a prediction. What do you think is going to be left of that food in 7 or 8 days? 7 or 8 days, I'm going to say, I'm going to say 70% of it. Most of it's going to be gone, but there's going to be remnants. I think there will still be evidence of that avocado, and I think there will still be evidence of the brassica stems, but I think most of the other stuff will be gone. 9 to 10 days, I think it'll be 90% gone. I think there'll be some remnants, but mostly gone. So yeah, I'm super, super, super pleased. I mean, I don't know how well of a job I did recording today, but I can't move without finding worms in here, and that's thrilling to me. I've seen baby worms. I wasn't looking for cocoons, but we did see breeding worms. We saw a lot of worms with clitellums, a lot of healthy adults. Last time I saw some very active worms. We did add more paper. I think I'm gonna harvest. Thought I was gonna harvest the right side first. We'll see. Doesn't matter. Anyways, I appreciate your time and your interest. Love to hear from you in the comments. Be safe. Be well. Bye for now. Thanks for visiting the LP Dimension.